And being that the fetus is not yet a full-fledged baby, this is dishonest. It's just dishonest. So ever since my little Matt Walsh thing, I've been arguing with a lot of pro-lifers on Twitter because I hate myself. And I saw this post come up from lifenews.com, aka Life News HQ. This is the sign language for abortion. Absolutely heartbreaking. Now, what we see here, now I used to take ASL. Yes, masochist, thank you. I used to take ASL, for those who don't know. I took 3 semesters of it for some deaf kids that I was coaching in gymnastics at the time. So I don't remember a lot of it, but I do remember the concept of ASL, which is that it's a conceptual language, right? So people who are deaf would prefer that you act something out over just, finger spelling it, whatever. They want you to act it out, right? Or like kind of mime what you mean. What you mean. That's kind of how they do it. That being the case, the concept that is being presented here is that you are throwing a baby away. And this is what they call an abortion, right? This would be the same as like a dumpster baby, right? This could describe a dumpster baby, right? You might want to be a little bit more specific and like actually say, thrown into the garbage, which I forget the sign for. But that's the concept that you're presenting here. And being that the fetus is not yet a full-fledged baby, this is dishonest. It's just dishonest. So I decided to go look myself, and lo and behold, wow, look at that. I found that this is the actual sign, just gesturing at the uterus, right? So interesting, very interesting. Now, that being the case, if you're a pro-life deaf person, aka a forced birther who is deaf, this might be the sign you use, because you do believe that it's a baby that's being thrown away, even though that's factually not the case. If you're a pro-choice deaf person, this would be more likely to be the sign that you use, okay? Now, I'm sure there are cases of pro-life people knowing this sign, using the sign, whatever, but I just conceptually disagree with this, because this is just saying, baby, throw away. This is just grabbing within the uterus and saying, whatever's there, boom, throw it away. Wouldn't that imply that you're throwing away your uterus? It depends on the context. So like that, it could mean that. Let's say that you communicate that you have uterine cancer, and then you say, whatever the sign is for uterus, or you finger spell it, and you just say like that, right? Or you could do the same with like fetus, or embryo, you finger sign it and then you just do that, right? I'm not sure exactly how that would work because I'm not an expert, but I did take 3 semesters, so I do know more than probably your average person would. ASL seems hard. It can be. I thought it was fun. If you're a kinesthetic person, like you learn by movement, it's actually really fun. And also, there's just like something very gratifying about, gesturing like that, because, speaking is not just about talking, it's about gesturing. You see Donald Trump with his big gestures, right? He has a funny voice, but if you do the hand motions, one of the things about voice acting, right, is if you do the hand motions just like this, it's actually a lot easier, folks. It's a lot easier to get the voice down, right? So, we're just like naturally gesture-driven creatures. So it's actually kind of fun. All I can say is I forgot, drink, and horny. Nice. I know the alphabet. I know the colors mostly. Probably some others that I could remember, but this one's water. This is waterfall. Like if you just do that after the water. I made one up for gymnastics. I did one. So there's this move in gymnastics called a kip up, which is where like you're on the high bar like this, and you kind of swing your legs up and go like that, right? So that you're on top of the bar like that. And so what I came up with for my deaf kids was, so I use a K, but these are also your legs, right? Like anytime you want to say sit, it's like that. If you want to say stand up, like that, right? So I use my K, but it doubles as legs, right? So we go K, and then on the way up we go I, and then P. So I thought that was pretty clever. You can also just skip the K. You can go like that. And I came up with that because I couldn't find any sign for kip yet. So I thought that was pretty cool of me. But anyway, yeah, I don't want to talk anymore about that, because the reason I brought this up is these are just the bullshit tactics that forced birthers love to use to, really try to drill into people that we're throwing a baby away, right? Like we're killing a baby, scrambling it, whatever, when that's simply not happening, okay? I care as much about the embryo as I do a cum sock, seriously. Like, and honestly, I value the cum sock more because at least that does something for me. The embryo, I simply cannot bring myself to value it as much as I do a human, because it doesn't exist yet. It simply does not exist as a human yet. It's part of the natural process of human development, But just because something is natural doesn't mean it's good or desirable. So I simply don't care. You know, I don't care, because if you care about it to the extent that you care about an actual human, then, you know, you're forcing that woman through, or whoever it is, through 9 months of absolute hell that they do not, for a baby they don't want. And I cannot justify that. So, you know, they can pull these bullshit tactics all they want, but they're just flailing at this point because they know they're losing. Like, America does not want pro-life shit, forced birth shit. Okay, they don't want it. They're done. And you even see within the Republican Party now, they're like saying, we got to drop this, guys. We got to stop talking about this. People don't like it. And there's going to be a schism, which is good for us, of Republicans who understand and want to read the room, and other Republicans who are way more ideologically driven. Just interesting. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy what I do, I really appreciate any financial help that I can get. Go to youtube.com/AlecGunterTTV/join. You got some awesome benefits, such as seeing early videos, awesome emotes that you can use in the comments of YouTube videos, and a sweet badge next to your name. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate if you join. It is cheaper than the cost of a blowjob from your mom. So with all that being said, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.